What's up, my fellow investors? My name is Mike,
My name is John.
and we are Crypto Logic, the #1 podcast that keeps you informed on what, how, and most importantly, why to invest in cryptocurrency. So on today's podcast, me and John have a question to ask the majority of the beginner investors. And that question is, what's stopping you from getting into crypto? That's a very important question that I think, honestly, we need to understand. So, John, in your opinion, man, what do you think is stopping most people from getting into crypto?
I think most likely it's probably lack of information, and
Yeah.
there are gonna be some people that have information, but they're still not in. So at that
Yeah.
point, I would think it's like uncertainty. They're not willing to take the risk. Probably something it's a scam, or it's not possible. Like they can't, like, oh, these people are making millions of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, $100,000, but that won't happen to me. Like they're just stuck in their own way of thinking. And
Yeah.
to invest into something new like this, which is a new asset class, you have to change your way of thinking. Like, oh, it's actual new place to make money, where it's better to invest into this instead of having your money sitting in your bank account collecting dust.
I mean, I hear you on that, but then like I think of it like when I first started, right? When you came to me and and you told me to get into Dogecoin, the reason I only invested a little bit in the beginning was because I was scared that if I had put my money into this thing, this digital currency, this cryptocurrency, that it would basically just disappear. Like I would lose it. I wouldn't know how to get it out. I wouldn't know anything. If it wasn't for Robinhood when I first started, I wouldn't have felt comfortable even investing in the Dogecoin because Robinhood gave me a certain sense of security. You know what I'm saying? I just had to buy it, and I knew on Robinhood I would be safe. But then you got crypto.com, you got Uphold, you got Trust Wallet, you got BitChute, you got Whitebit, you have all these different exchanges, and it's like it's really scary. You know, like if you were to say something to an investor to get them to kind of want to get into crypto, what would you say to kind of reassure them, to kind of be like, hey, it's okay, you know, if you look at it this way? What would that be for you?
I would basically show them that that's where the world is heading, bring information to them and have them dissect it. And at that point, it's on them. But I'm like, all the banks are getting into it, all the heavy players are getting into it. You see celebrities making music about it. You see all the 1% type of people are talking about it. They try and deter you away from it by saying it's bad, it's phony. But in the back end, they're actually loading up, getting in because they know that that's where it's heading. Like, patch is trash, in my opinion. And like, that's where the space is heading. NFTs, you see that phenomenon, like all that stuff. It's just crazy. Like, that's where the world is heading. It should be a safe investment. It's like you just have to get that information across to people. They have to change the way of thinking. It's gonna be hard for people that are so used to paying in cash, waiting for a wire, waiting for checks, things like that. Like they're not used to this type of a new environment. Those are the people that probably didn't understand the power of the internet and used to hate on social media. Like, oh, social media is a waste of time. Like now people are making millions of dollars on social media. If you're funny, if you're charismatic, you know, if you have a good voice, you can monetize it. So people didn't know that back then. We were like, oh, it's just a waste of time. You take your iPad away from the kids when you're like, hey, let them use it. Let them learn how to use it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like those people, the ones that are afraid or the ones that don't understand it are the same people that said that, you know, we would always have tellers and we would never have self-checkout. Because if you think about it, I went to Walmart the other day, right? And I went because I was doing something. I don't remember what I was buying, but I went to the line. It was only one person that was like in the checkout line. Everything else was self-checkout. And I asked her, I was like, hey, are you the only one doing this? Just you're the only one in the line.
Babysitting the machines.
And she was like, yeah, but even like in the next 2 weeks, they're going to even replace me. And this is going to be all basically self-checkout. What they want us to do is just stand there and make sure if someone didn't scan something or if the machine needs to get, you know, they need to help you on the machine, then that's what we're going to stand there and do. But as far as us kind of having this interaction, that's basically going to be gone. So with that in mind, it's like, why can't crypto work? You know what I'm saying? That's what I have to think when I was investing into crypto. Like, if this is actually really the next revolution, the next way we're going to be able to use money, like, why is it so far-fetched when just a couple of years ago, we didn't have self-checkout? And if we did, no one ever went to it. Like when you went to the banks,
like
right?
taboo.
Yeah, like when you went to the banks, right? They had tellers, right? But then they had the little kiosk thing. Majority of people would skip through the kiosk thing just to talk to the teller, just because they felt more comfortable doing it that way. But now if you go into the bank, there's one teller and the line is literally around the corner, but that line is filled with older people, not necessarily people our age.
Yeah, there's like 5 ATMs inside a bank now. You go to Chase, there's like 4 of them. Back then it used to be like 1 or 2 outside. Now they got them like inside. Like
everywhere. They're literally everywhere. So guys, the question of today is, what's stopping you from getting into crypto aside from lack of knowledge? Because if you follow our channel, we're going to do our best to kind of educate you, to make you understand what crypto is all about. Sure, we're going to give you picks every once in a while. Sure, we're going to tell you, you know, what things you should look into, because we're never going to tell you to invest in a certain coin, because we always want you to do your research, and because, you know, we're not financial advisors, we can't give you guys financial advice. But honestly, really, what's stopping you from getting into crypto? You know, I mean, yes, I do understand that it's kind of scary.
Like, get into it.
Yeah, what's stopping you from doing that?
Yeah,
like it's like, okay, so I'll give you an example. We have a friend, and we've kind of explained to him, you know, what crypto is and why it's important and things of that nature. And still, he says like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it, and then he just never does. And, you know, if you're watching this video, man, I really want you to answer this question for me. What's the number one thing that's stopping you? Like, what is it? Because honestly, I want to know. I want to know. John wants to know. You know,
stop waiting for the dip.
We just if you're not definitely stop waiting for the dip. You buy the dip, and that's like a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? Buying dips and what is dips and all of that. Because I know a lot of people, they would say like they haven't got into crypto yet because they're waiting for it to dip. But then it's like, okay, it's dipping. What's your point? Like, what are you waiting for now? What's your excuse? Oh yeah, I want it to go lower. What? I don't know, man. I just feel like you just have to get in right now, man. It's just, it seems like it's the perfect time, even though technically it came out in like 2009. So I mean, if you want to look at it from that standpoint, we're pretty late. If you want to look at it from 2009.
I feel like it's still early, but it's almost too late.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you on that. Especially, you know, with like
Every
Bitcoin
year.
doing its thing and consolidating, or the FUD or whatever's going on with Bitcoin right now. I feel like, you know, at a time, Bitcoin was at almost 60,000 for one token. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to reach that again.
These prices that you see in the next year, 2 years, you're not going to be able to just spend $100 and get a good amount of fundamental tokens. It's gonna cost you a pretty large amount to get something. It's like buying Amazon right now. It's a safe investment, but if you don't have $3,000, $4,000 for one share,
yeah, it's like,
I mean, you can buy fractions of Ethereum. You can buy fractions of Bitcoin. If you put
but most people, that's the funny thing. Most people don't know that.
Yeah,
they think that, oh, if I want to invest in a Bitcoin, I got to spend $40,000 for one Bitcoin.
Put $1,000, and then that $1,000 in a few months will turn into like 15, 17, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Exactly. That's the thing, guys. That is the thing.
That's why, you know, like,
I
threw money there, Ethereum.
I hear you, but I feel like for new investors, especially for like someone like me in the beginning, I would need to kind of feel like I'm not the only one doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always easier when there's multiple people doing it, right? Yeah. If you're the only one doing it, you feel like
that's why the 1% is the 1%, because they're doing
that's true.
What the 99% aren't doing.
But the 1% surrounds themselves around other 1%.
Yeah, it's a small
mindset. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they're so much separated from what the 99% are doing. The 99% are all
still worried about everything else,
and going out, celebrating, and that's fine. But you know, like, it's just different. It's just different. Some people, you want to change the future of where you're heading in life and your family legacy, then this is like a perfect opportunity to do so, to research this. Like literally one of the most drastic changing things that can happen to you.
I feel like it's like a second chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like this time in crypto is our time, like the younger generation's time to become wealthy.
There's like a window. There's like a big window because of the older people that have the actual money.
Right.
they're barely catching on. So when they catch on and get in, it'll be too late for regular people just to get in.
Because they're the ones
You
that
need
have the
money to
majority
play.
of the money.
Yeah. So right now you have a little window to just get in and secure your positions, pack your bags, get your ticket, strap in, and sit on the train, and you're good to go.
And you're good to go, man. Honestly,
just
guys,
get on the train.
Honestly,
the train's gonna take off no matter what.
if you're watching this video right now and you're on the fence about, you know, investing into crypto, like I said before, we're not financial advisors. We can't give you financial advice, man. But if you're on the fence about crypto and you honestly, you know, you've heard about it, you've seen people talking about, oh, this person has become a millionaire, this person has, you know, made a bunch of money, I would say just try it out, man. There's a video we did about fundamental tokens. There was a video we did about, you know, telling people the difference between the different type of tokens. We actually even made a video on the different exchanges that you can use to buy these tokens. Just try it out, man. That's all I ask. Just imagine you put 100. Now this is going to be like a theoretical type of thing, but imagine you put $1 in a Bitcoin in 2009. Just $1, bro. Not 1,000, not 100. Just $1.
And just forgot about it.
And just forgot about it, bro. You would have, at its peak, you would have $60,000.
More, because that dollar.
Oh, it would have been more compounded.
You would have got a few tokens for $1.
Oh yeah, facts. You're right. My mistake.
You would have got
You're right.
a couple hundred tokens for $1.
You'll be sitting. You'll be sitting pretty, bro.
You gotta like go on the chart. Like you can't even really see how
all the way back that far.
Back.
Yeah, yeah. So honestly, guys, if you guys are new to the channel or you're new to crypto in general, I want you guys to do something for us. I want you guys to write down in the comment section down below what's stopping you from getting into crypto. What is literally the number one thing that you are thinking that's going to be like, man, I can't get into this because of, and that's what I want you guys to write down in the comment section. Another thing that I wanted to kind of talk to you about, John, is, you know, there's a lot of people that said that they're not getting into crypto because they don't believe that it's backed by anything. Like, what do you think about that? Like, what would you say to someone who said, oh yeah, you know, I'm not getting into crypto because it's not backed by anything. It's like, what is a blockchain? What does it even do? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say to someone like that?
I mean, like the dollar is not backed by anything since 1971. Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard.
Facts.
And now essentially the dollar is backed off by our confidence in it. They're printing it like crazy.
On demand, basically. Yeah. Right
now, it's like when you put your money in the bank, they lend your money out. They're only obligated to keep 10% of all the money you have in there. Your money's not there. If you had big money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, you deposit it, and you come back in a week and you want to pull that out, more likely they're not gonna have it. They're gonna make you schedule an appointment. Yep. They're gonna have to, like, they're not gonna have your money. Like, it's not yours. Your physical cash isn't there. And then think about wherever you go right now. You pay with your debit card, credit card. You're not even paying with cash anymore. It's digital.
Technically, it's digital.
Essentially, it's already digital. You just see the number in your account. It's the same. Essentially, it's the same thing. It's just dumb. Like, blockchain is the future of technology. Like, the way that you can do so much on
crypto, you're like your own bank.
Yep.
In a sense, you know what I'm saying? If you put a specific amount of tokens inside your wallet, that wallet is considered your bank. If you think of it like that, then it kind of all kind of makes sense. You can lend it whenever you want to. You can bring it back whenever you want to. You could stake it. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things you can do in crypto that is just like mind blowing. And it's only in the beginning stages right now. And imagine 5 years when it's actually really fully adopted and you could take a certain coin and send it instantaneously. Like, you could send 150,000 like that.
That is going to be crazy. That's why banks are going to get into it. They have to.
Yeah.
Banks are not going to run out of business, run out of town.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to get into crypto.
They have to.
They're going to dominate the space in a sense of whatever it is that they're planning. We don't know behind the scenes. Like, JP Morgan's making their own blockchain, making their own coin.
Yep.
Bank of America is like, hey, we'll just team up with whatever is the best out there that's going to do what we wanted to do. XRP. All right. They're teamed up with there. Wells Fargo might be doing that. They're looking into that. Yeah. Citibank, all the banks are already getting into it. So when you don't even realize it, you're going to be using crypto without even realizing you're using crypto until it's too late. And then you're going to be like, oh, I should have invested into it. Like, why not invest into the infrastructure of where the world is heading? You have an
Exactly.
opportunity to invest in it.
Why not have the opportunity to invest and create generational wealth for yourself? It's like people in the stock market, right? I hear this question a lot is, I can't get into crypto because it takes money to make money. Bro, me personally, I started with $600. John started probably around the same. And we grew our portfolio into 4 figures. And we're probably going to hit well over that.
Yeah, it almost hit
within
5
the next-
before the little pullback.
Before the pullback. So, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
You
this close.
don't have to, bro, just think of it for a second, right? You have all this money in the pandemic with the stimulus checks and all of this stuff. If you would have just did some research, found out about this stuff. Now, I'm not saying that we did either, but I'm saying if you could have, because apparently they're talking about putting out like a 4th stimulus check or maybe another one. If we get another stimulus check, are you going to go out and buy Louis Vuittons or go out and buy a TV or
Get some food. And
you know what I'm saying? Are you going to throw it away? Or are you going to invest in your future, man? That's the question that I really want to know. I'm sure John wants to know too. It's almost like a no-brainer, man, because after I got invested into crypto, my whole life became crypto. Like it was just so much information. I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. What does this one do? Oh my God, this one's so cool. And it's just, man, it's just crazy. It really is, man. But honestly, guys, we don't want to make this video super duper long. We really do appreciate you guys, having this discussion with you. Having this discussion with us, and we really hope you guys answer that question on what's actually stopping you guys from getting into crypto, man, because on this channel we pride ourselves on giving you guys the correct information and allowing for you guys to kind of understand what crypto is, give you a easier way to kind of get into it. We're just 2 best friends talking about crypto. We really enjoy it, and we really want you guys to enjoy it too, as far as us making money with us actually making money as well. So we thank you guys so much for watching the video, and we hope to see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.